Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot and Pagan Perspective. Yes, I'm sitting on a counter in my kitchen, and the cats are actually staring at me saying, "Why are you allowed on the counter and we aren't?" So, because it's my house, I pay the mortgage. You cats don't. Sorry. Anyway, this week we're talking about the Illuminati and Satan. I'm going to read the questions real quick, and then I'm going to go revert to my notes. Also, the question will be in the bottom bar, if you want to revert back to them later. So, the first question is, I know this is kind of a weird question, but I wouldn't mind you guys discussing Illuminati and your thoughts, or if you guys even think it's real. And all the symbolism it shares with pagans such as hexagrams, Star of David, pentagrams, pentacles, which may cause a lot of confusion among non-pagans and other religious groups such as Christians, stereotyping pagans as Satan worshippers. And I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to touch on the Illuminati first, and then I'm going to go into the whole Satanist question and the all the other stuff that deals with this. So the Illuminati is, or was, a Bavarian fraternal organization established on May 1st, 1776. They were established to oppose superstition, prejudice, religious influence over public life, and abuses of state power. They were also established to support women's rights and gender equality. Then in I believe it was 1785, they were disbanded because it was outlawed in by the Bavarian government and encouraged by the Roman Catholics. Now, the Roman Catholics did have problems with the Masons in the 1600s and many fraternal organizations because they didn't have control over what happened in the groups, in the lodge meetings, or in whatever meetings that they had, whatever they would call them. I know as Mason we call them lodge meetings. So, yeah, the Roman Catholic Church didn't have any say-so in what happened in those meetings. These meetings are not discussed outside of that room. So, you're not allowed to know. So, that's a little bit of background on the Illuminati. Do I think they exist now? No. There is no evidence to support that any group now known as the Illuminati or sharing the name of Illuminati has any ties to the Bavarian Illuminati that originally existed in 1776. So therefore, I don't think that they actually still do exist. They were actually, some of the conspiracy theories actually believe that the Illuminati wanted to have this new world order and wanted to take down governments from the inside by putting somebody on the inside and all that. Hey! Sorry. Cat. Trying to claw at stuff. So, the whole conspiracy theory of the Illuminati planting somebody in seats of power to be able to take down the government from the inside, I've found no evidence actually supporting that. No instances. People say the same thing about Masons. You know what? We have Masons that are everywhere from the common farmer to presidents of the United States. Does not mean that we're trying to take down the government. If we were trying to, the government would have toppled over by now. So, and they also shaped a lot of their beliefs from the Freemasons as well, and I saw that in my research too. As far as symbols that span over the pagan and other religions, the symbolism in Freemasonry and many fraternal organizations is a secret. I will tell you that there are reasons. It's not always the same reasons as what religious organizations might see it as. I know Card just recently did a video on her personal channel about symbols in the cemeteries and graveyards that she visits. and she saw a whole bunch of, Masonic symbols and all that stuff. And she's like, well, this one's a pentacle or a pentagram, and it was inverted. And I actually told her, I said, that's the Order of the Eastern Star. It's the female version of the Masons. And of course she did her research and found that out herself too. But so it doesn't have the same meaning to the Eastern Star as it does to pagans. So stuff like that, symbols can span over different religious sects and all that. I mean, just look at the triquetra that I always wear. It spans everything from pagan to Christian. So one group having a certain type of symbol, I wouldn't necessarily think that it has anything to do with paganism at all, or it might have borrowed some of the ideas from it, such as the gender equality. So yeah, I think that in opposing prejudice and all that stuff. So actually the Illuminati sound like a really noble group to become a part of, which is odd because it only, I think, had about 2,000 members and whenever it was actually established. So I think nowadays it would gain a lot more membership. The second question is, do Satanists believe in Satan? And I think we covered this on a past topic, probably about a month or two ago, I think it was. And I came to a consensus that, yes, Satanists do believe in Satan, not necessarily the same Satan that Christians believe in. So, there's that. Also, do you believe the Illuminati are devil worshippers? Seeing what they stood for, I honestly do not think so. I think they were a good group that had good intentions, but because the church didn't exactly know what was going on in the meetings and had no control over it, and the government had no control over it, they wanted to take down all fraternal organizations, Illuminati included. Anyway, do you believe in Satan? Also, if the Illuminati weren't associated with the devil, then why is there devil stuff put in subliminally in music, videos, etc., etc.? Yes, I do believe in the Christian Satan. I do believe there's evil out there that can influence us or, try to harm us. And that's my personal belief. So take it as it is. And if the Illuminati weren't associated with the devil, why is all their stuff, subliminally put in music and all that? And we also covered that topic a few weeks ago on, mainstream media and different symbols and symbolism put in music videos, in documentaries, stuff like that. And it just comes down to the fact that people don't really know. Whenever they come across these secret organizations, they're actually afraid of what they might, entail, because they're not willing to pay the dues to go into a lodge, pay the dues, become a member, and actually attend the lodge meetings. I can tell you, whenever I was active in the lodge a little over a year ago, there was nothing really that secretive. We set aside money, we paid our bills, stuff like that. We didn't really do anything terrible. We voted on things that were for the betterment of the community, and that's about it. So it was a lot of getting together, learning about our history as Masons, and stuff like that. So it wasn't anything evil at all. If it was, I wouldn't have been a member of it for very long. So there's that. Excuse me. So yeah, anything to do with a secret organization, people automatically assume that they have something big to hide. The big thing that we have to hide in a secret organization, if you even want to call a secret, is that we have a way of believing, and we have a brotherhood and a bond that ties us to one another. Whether we believe in the Christian God, a Hindu God, any of the pagan gods, any of that stuff. As long as if we believe in a higher power, we have a common bond together. And we strive to better ourselves morally within the community and to better ourselves throughout our life. And it seems very much like what the Illuminati was trying to do, because they did fashion part of their stuff from the Freemasons. So if they fashioned things from the Freemasons, I would assume that they were trying to accomplish the same things that we are. So, in essence, I think I rambled on a little bit too much. Maybe. I don't know, maybe just enough. But to recap, Illuminati seemed like a good group. Disbanded in 1785. No evidence to support that they're still around at all, or that the ones that are around are at all associated with the Bavarian Illuminati that originally existed. Satanists do believe in Satan. Doesn't mean it's the same Satan as the Christian Satan. And yes, I do believe in a Christian Satan. Somebody that's evil that wants to be out there to get us, and wants to get us in some evil demonic way. So that's my thoughts, my opinions. Questions, comments, and otherwise, put them in the bottom bar or in the comments below. Please keep it nice. Let's not get into a big argument over something. And if I didn't touch on something, I hope Kara does tomorrow or somebody later in the week. My battery's about to die off, so until next time, may you have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye.